We're living in a world that you really cannot trust anybody. And the problem is that a lot of people think that just because somebody is your friend or somebody is your partner or somebody that is close to you, that you can trust them and rely on them. Well, the closest people are the ones that you can never trust. And that's a fact, bro. Like, you can't trust your family, you can't trust your friends, you can't trust your girlfriend, you can't trust your relatives, you can't trust, and definitely you cannot trust your coworkers. And it's sad, it's very sad because we're humans. We try to try to talk to each other, we try to interact with each other, we try to make something happen, we try to work together and all that. But unfortunately, in this world that we're living, you cannot do none of that. All you can do is just do everything by yourself. If you want to open up a business, you have to do it by yourself, because you cannot trust anybody. Even your closest people that you friends with, or even the closest people, even the day ones, you can't trust them. Especially when it comes to open up a business or helping out with something, or help, or what do you call it? Trusting with your money or your girlfriend or whatever. You cannot do that. And unfortunately, it's just unfortunately, it's getting to the point that everybody has trust issues. Everybody's on defense. Everybody's on they have their guards up against each other and all that stuff, because a lot of people have been hurt in the past by certain people, or by a lot of people. And it's not a fun experience, bro. If you get hurt by people, especially the people that are close to you, that's gonna that's gonna affect you, bro. That's gonna take a toll on you. That's gonna make you pretty cold, I would say. And this word is going to a direction that everybody just lives in their bubble. Everybody's all by themselves. Everybody's doing things by themselves, and they're becoming selfish. They're becoming narcissist. They hate each other. They don't want to be around each other. And this world is becoming more and more lonely in that manner, because since people cannot come together, this world is becoming more lonely, and everybody's gonna be more alone, and that's not gonna end well, bro. A lot of people don't understand that the values of somebody, or of having somebody in their life. A lot of people just, they think the only person that matters is themselves, and the hell with everybody else. But like I said, man, this is not a good mindset to have, because we're humans, we're social creatures. But unfortunately, in this world, we can't socialize. You have fake people around you everywhere. You have fake friends, you have fake family, you have fake coworkers, and it's not fun, and the funny thing is, you have to be around them all the time, unless you're somebody who's just living in an island somewhere and has a lot of money and has things shipping to them and all that, or getting delivered to them. You're gonna have to socialize, you're gonna have to interact with all these people, bro. And I know it's gonna be uncomfortable, but there's no escaping. There's no escaping, because We don't have the resources, we don't have the opportunities to always be by ourselves, you know. I know some of you guys are neats and all that, and you guys don't socialize, you guys don't go outside and all that stuff. You don't have to deal with anybody, and that's actually great. But if you're somebody like me who has no support, who who has nobody to back him up and has nobody to like help him out financially, you're gonna have to go out there and interact with a bunch of fake people. And by interacting with them, you're gonna cause yourself stress, depression, anxiety, and possibly getting hurt, you know. And that's the worst part, because you know, a lot of times people don't have your best interest. You know, people always have like a hidden agenda. People always have like alternative motive. Like, you know, you never know when somebody's talking to you what's in their mind, bro. Like, you never know that. Maybe they're cool with you, but in their mind they probably try to off you. They're probably try to like hurt you. They're probably try to like, you know, rob you or something, you know, do something spiteful to you. You just never know, bro. Like, that's the problem, you know. That's the problem with this world, that everybody's so crazy and angry, and everybody's so bitter, and you know, everybody's mad at the wrong person, and that's the problem. Like, you know, everybody's mad at government. Everybody's mad at like politicians and all that stuff. I'm like, those people, you can't be mad at them, because like they're gonna do what they want to do, you know. And you have like a lot of people that are mad at other people. I'm like, these people have no control of their stuff, you know. These people are like just living like you and me, you know, but you still be mad at them. Why? Because you think like they vote for a certain person, because you think like they believe in certain things, because you think like these people are eventually gonna do something I mean, you never know. It's just, you never know. And honestly, this world is pretty hopeless, you know. This world is pretty hopeless, and it's sad, you know. It's hopeless and sad. And you know, a lot of times it makes me angry, you know. It makes me angry that how come like all these people walking around this earth, that they have no interest in talking to you, they have no interest in like interact with you and all that stuff, but you still have to deal with them, you know. Like your coworkers, if anybody's working, you guys already know, like, you cannot trust your coworkers, you know. You cannot trust your coworkers, and your coworkers are your backstabbers, you know. Your coworkers are the people that are gonna snitch on you, they're gonna tell on you, they're gonna put on a mask that they care about you and they want to help you and all that stuff, but the whole time they want your whole existence to be gone, bro. Like, they don't even want to, if they don't see you ever again, they're not gonna lose a bit of a sleep, you know. And that's why I don't like coworkers, bro. I really don't like coworkers, because coworkers are like not there to help you. They're not there to be your friend. But a lot of people be like, oh, I'm working with this guy, no, I'm working with this girl, we're friends. I'm like, no, you guys are not friends. They have their lives. They don't want to be around you. They don't care about you. It's sad, man. It's very sad. And you know, also like your family, you think like your family is gonna be there forever. You think that your family is just, you know, gonna be always supportive to you. Your family always gonna be caring about you and all that stuff. Man, those stuff are temporary, you know. Those stuff are temporary. Your family is not gonna care about you. You can't trust your family, you know. I cannot even trust my mom, you know. I cannot trust my mom. Like, and it ain't proved to me, you know. I'm not saying my mom is a snitch or something like that, but one time I was talking to this girl, and it so happened to be like our like me and her, mine, her and her mom, they know each other, and my mom, like, I told something to my mom about her, and then she went ahead and told her mom, and she got mad at me. And I was like, why did you do that? Like, why, seriously, why did you do that? Like, why did you tell her like that stuff? And she got mad at me, and my mom got mad at me. My mom was like, oh, who cares? I'm your mom. Like, this and that. I'm like, yeah, I know, but don't you know, like, you have to keep secrets and all that? She's like, no, I don't do that. I'm just clean. I'm just honest. And I'm like, you cannot be too honest to people. You cannot be too honest with people. Whenever I tell you something, you have to keep it as a secret. You can't exploit all of our secrets to people. But she doesn't understand. She just made a big argument out of it, and she started like arguing with me. She started to get mad at me, and then things didn't end well, bro. And this is why I'm telling you, you can't even trust your family, bro. I cannot trust my brother, bro, because my brother, he's selfish. I cannot trust him. My brother did me dirty in the past a bunch of times, and that's why I'm like, I'm not gonna trust this mofo. And it's sad, bro, because your family, you're thinking like your family is the number one priority, and you think that your family is the only one that you can trust and open up and everything. But no, your family can backstab you worse than strangers, bro. And they're not gonna care about that. That's the problem. They're not gonna care about that. Like, what's the consequences? What's the outcome is gonna be? They're gonna blame you. They're gonna deflect it on. They're gonna be like, oh, why did you tell me, so I have to tell them? I'm like, I thought, because I trusted you, because I thought you were my family, and you proved me wrong. I'm telling you, man, like, this word is so bad, bro. It's so bad that all you can do is just be by yourself. That's all you can do. Just be by yourself, and try to navigate and maneuver through life and survive. Like, ain't that crazy? Like, a lot of people think like, oh, just because they have friends that they've been friends with together for like, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 years, that they can't trust them. I'm like, that's not true, bro. You can't trust these people. And I would say, like, every single person having experienced this before, that their friends have backstabbed them, have done them dirty in the past. And I'm telling you, it's not good, man. It's not good, especially when you trust somebody so much and they just like go out there and exploit your secrets. Like, let's say you tell your friend that, because you guys are friends, right? You guys are friends or best friends or whatever. Even your best friend, like, you think like, oh, he's my best friend, and I can't tell him all the secrets that I have and all that stuff. I'm like, dude, you cannot do that. You cannot do that with these people, because one day, eventually, you guys are not going to be friends anymore. And guess what? Guess what's going to happen? He's going to go out there and exploit all your secrets, if he didn't do it already. That's the funny thing, like, you can't be friends with somebody and they can't fake it so good. They can, like, put on this show, like, oh, they got your back. I got you, bro. I got you. Like, tell me whatever you want, bro. Like, I'm here for you. And guess what? You open up to them, and next thing you know, your girlfriend or your family start hating you. Your girlfriend or family start to, like, question you. And you'd be like, what the hell happened? But it was your friend, it was your friend backstabbing you. Exploit all your secrets to people who should never. I mean, the secret is a secret. You should never tell to anybody. If somebody tells you a secret, that means they trusted you with their heart. And if you break that trust, it's going to be very difficult to gain that trust back. like most men thinking like their girlfriends are like their backbone, or their girlfriends are gonna be there forever, or they're just like so caring and loving and they're not gonna leave them, they're not gonna cheat on them and all that stuff. Guess what? You cannot trust these women, bro. And this is the thing, you cannot trust these women. These women are not trustworthy, bro. I don't care who she is. I don't care who she is, bro. I don't care if you guys been together for like 10 years, 15 years, 30 years, whatever. I don't care. You cannot trust them. Women are not designed to be trusted. You know, if you are with them for whatever reason, or like, you know, if you guys are in a relationship, or you guys trying to like just have some fun, or you guys are friends, especially friends, oh my god, never do that, bro. Never do that, because I've been there, bro. I mean, I was friends with girls, and man, oh man, as soon as they know your secrets, boom, they're gonna use that against you. They're gonna wait for the right opportunity to like freaking slam you to the ground. Not like physically, but you know, emotionally. And I'm telling you, that's not a good experience. That is not a good experience. And unfortunately, that's how females are, bro. You cannot trust these females, bro. If you think like your female friend, or if you think like your the female that you're with, you know, she doesn't mess with somebody else, or she doesn't text anybody else, you're a fool. She's texting other people, you know. She's texting other men. She's going out with other men. She's dating other men. She's banging other men. You know, you can't trust these girls, bro. And you know, obviously she's gonna make it seem like you're the only one that is talking to her and all that, just to make you feel good about yourself. Well, the whole time she was going around your back and, you know, messing with some other men, you know. But you believe that she's a good girl. There's no such thing as good girl, bro. There's no such thing as good girl. I'm telling you. I don't care who she is. I don't care how much you trust her. There's no such thing as a good girl. All these girls are the same, bro. All of them are the same. And unfortunately, you gotta treat them the same. You know. And you know, trusting a female is like, you know, yeah, trusting your female is like you freaking throw a meat in front of a wolf and tell them and expect that so they don't eat it. Like, that's just how it is, bro. And you know, these women, they do everybody dirty, bro. They do everybody dirty. You know, it's not only you. They doing everybody else dirty. They even do chads dirty. But here's the thing. Chads have options. And chads, they know female nature. You know, they know like women like them. You know, they know like, you know, how to... Sorry guys, I'm kind of tired, but anyways. You know, they know how to lie to women, you know. And that makes me go to the next point, you know, like, you can't trust anybody because everybody's a liar. You know, everybody is just a pretender. You know, they pretend that they like you the whole time. They wanted nothing to do with you. They pretend that they care about you the whole time. They didn't give the slightest care about you. You know, they pretend like they're your supporter. They pretend that they're there, and then when the hard time, when you hit the hard times, or when they get tired of you, they drop you, and they ghost you. They stop talking to you out of blue, and the whole time you'll be like, "What the hell? What happened?" Like, I thought like these were supposed to be my friend, but they're not your friends. They're not. They're not your people, bro. These people are out for themselves, you know. You can't trust anybody because everybody's out for themselves. Everybody only cares about themselves. Everybody only like concerns about their well-being and their health and their financial gain and you know, for their own people, they don't even care about you. You know, and it's sad, especially I would say like especially if you're an incel, especially if you're a TFLer, especially if you're a guy that is a doomer. Oh, best believe you can never trust anybody. Like never. You know, that would be the biggest mistake of your life if you trust somebody, you know. And unfortunately, people like us, we're destined to be alone, bro. Even if you find partners, even if you find a girl, we're still gonna be alone, bro. Yeah, I mean, yeah, some of us get lucky and all that stuff, but that doesn't mean that that's gonna last forever. You know, sometimes it does, but a lot of times it doesn't. You know, and we're not really living in a friendly world. You know, we're not living in a world that it's all sweet and nice. You know, it's not like that. We live in a world everybody's a cutthroat. You know, everybody is just, if they have to screw you over, if they have to like do something to you to gain to have some financial gain or have some personal gain, they would do it. They would do it in a heartbeat. And the only thing you can do is trust your instincts, be careful, be very cautious who you surrounding yourself with, and not trusting anybody. That's the only thing you can do. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. This was a video request, by the way, so I try to make this as clear as I can. And if you guys don't agree with me or agree with me, let me know in the comments. You know, if you guys wanna add something, hey, go for it, man. So I'll see you guys on the next one.